Exactly. That's fine. So, like I said, MTA is a social enterprise that is brought into existence to solve a specific um, objective, right? A specific social objective, and we'll be going ahead right now. So, how did MTA start? I mean, how did we start MTA? For your information, MTA has been in existence for over 2 years now, right? We've grown from zero to over 1,000 members, and then we are shooting up to 5,000 in projection by the end of this year, right? So, MTA started out on Facebook. How we, I mean, how were we able to connect accounting students from different schools in Nigeria and also going into Africa from Facebook. All right, so I started out MTA as a group, a Facebook Messenger group. What did we do there? We just went there, we shared information, we talked about accounting issues, we shared sections, we discussed about random accounting problems, and then we found it interesting. All right, we found it very interesting, and as we went on, we kind of began to see that people were engaging, especially when we were doing social events where we would play accounting games and the rest of them. So we were kind of getting fun. I mean, the fun part was there, and also the academic learning. I mean, learning outside school was also there. So it was like lots of traction coming on. So we were happy. From there, I mean myself, I searched for other accounting groups. I mean Facebook groups from different schools. I met um, different students like yourself. I met with you guys. I mean, most of you guys are not here then. I mean, lots of you guys were not here then, but then few of them I met with people like Essay from Unilag. We connected right on Facebook Messenger, and from Facebook Messenger we went to WhatsApp. So why did we decide? I mean, why did I decide to bring out MTA? I mean, why did I decide to found MTA? First, I'm a student of Imo State University. IMSU is a great school in Owerri, Imo State University, the capital of Owerri. Sorry, the capital of Imo State. And I started out as a student with so much love for accounting. I so much love my course and your course, accounting. Right? I went to IMSU, Imo State University. I got to IMSU, like Imo State University, Owerri, and I saw something kind of different. Right? I really placed accounting to be a very notable course, and which it is, as we know it. But then what I saw at Imo State University, sorry to say, it's my school. I love the school, but then what I saw, I know that most of that are here can testify. What I saw was not what I expected, right? Compared to what I believe MTA should be. I mean, believe accounting should be as a course. So from this kind of feeling, I had to reach out to other accounting students from different schools and start to connect them together, right? And this was why I had to go down to Facebook and began to search for groups of accounting schools. I mean groups where we can find accounting. Accounting students there. Connect them from Facebook. We moved to WhatsApp, and from WhatsApp we are here on Telegram. We left WhatsApp because of WhatsApp then could not accommodate more than 250 participants, so we came here down to Telegram. Right, so this is basically what brought us together as an accounting forum. And now this is what we want to take up from here. I mean, we want to talk about more from what I've just explained now. So this is how MTA started out, and this is how I nurtured the idea of, about MTA. So now let's discuss. I can see most of our people here. I can see goodness here. I can see our administrators here. Welcome, guys. Welcome, guys. All right. So
Thank you.
like I was saying, so let's move on to the next agenda. I won't like to waste our time. I would like to make this very, very straight, and then everyone that can participate should participate, right? So let's move on to how it is going currently. I mean, how MTA is going currently, and our achievements so far. Our achievements so far. So I can see that many people are online, but most of them have not joined the video chat. All right. So let's look at how MTA is going and our achievements so far, right? All right, so let's look at how MTA is going and our achievements so far. So, like I said, we've been on for 2 years now. We began in 2020. That was 2020 during the COVID. We scaled up from 2020 to today, right? So let's look at between 2020 and 2022, which is this current year. What have we been able? I mean, what have we achieved within this period, right? So let's look at what we have achieved. So it's at this point I would like to share my screen and take you through the journey, right? And take you through the journey. But before I do so, I would like to invite one of us here, one of us here. I'd like to invite Miss Goodness, Miss Goodness, to please take up the mic for me. And then Miss, okay, before I invite her, Goodness is, Goodness is a stakeholder in MTA Forum. She was an active administrator in the last regime before we entered into this regime. So Goodness is like one of the co-founders with MTA. She acted as the vice president academics in the first regime. So Goodness will be discussing with us how far we have gone and how MTA has benefited in our academics. Who is laughing like this? So she'll be sharing with us how MT has impacted um, her socially, meeting other students like us. Meeting other schools. Students from other schools, and then academics as well. So I will give Goodness the mic now, and then we'll bring her on board. Is Miss Goodness here?
Hello.
Is Miss Goodness here? Looks like Goody went off. All right, seems Goodness went off. So I will just take it from here until she joins back. So at this point, I want to share my screen and show us how far MTA has gone, right? How far MTA has gone within this short time, 2 years from 2020 to 2022. So let's see. So I hope we can see my screen now, right? I believe so. Who is this person? Which person is playing music? All right, so MTA participated last year in the Union Rights Challenge. So I know most of us know about the Union Bank, right? During the lockdown, okay, that was last year's. During the lockdown, where everyone were forced into their houses, right? Where we were locked in our houses, right? And like there was no school, nothing like that. So MTA participated in the Union Rights Challenge, and we participated by doing a video where we spoke about um, what we have done currently. I mean, then we did a video, a comprehensive video, like a normal video for the challenge, and then we were able to be among the 50 honorable mentions. So let me show you about this. This is for those that are just joining MTA now and don't know much about what MTA is all about and then how far we have gone. So like I said, MTA have been on for about um, 2 years now, and we didn't just start today. So if you are a new member, you should know that MT has been on for about 2 years now, not just now. So let me share with you the journey, right? All right. So this was the honorable mention by Union Bank of Nigeria. You can see that it is verified, right? I I know that you can see. So this is the IG handles of the top 50 honorable mentions from Union Bank. So like I said, we participated last 2 years in 2022. We did a video where we explained how we have impacted members like you by hosting sections, hosting free seminars. Okay, just pass now. You can see MTA Forum. I believe you saw MTA Forum there. If you didn't see, let me go back again. So just pay attention and then watch this changing um, tags there. You see, we have King Stella, we have Oluwaseyi, we have King Kenenya. So just watch out. You will see MTA Forum there. So what am I doing is I'm doing this to show you that yeah, MTA Forum have been on for not just today, for about 2 years now, and then we have the backing to some extent of Union Bank of Nigeria. And then this is what you should be looking out for. A forum that you can see the MTA Forum just passed now. So I hope you can see it. If you couldn't see it, let me show you something better so you know. These are our IG accounts. If you don't follow, just type MTA hyphen forum. You'll see it there. You see it there. All right, this is it. So this is it. You can see MTA from Union Rights Challenge, and then this was our acknowledgement when we're trying to acknowledge them for what they've done with us, right? So that is. I would like to end the screen there, and if there's any reason to do that again, I would on it back.
Sorry to interrupt. We can't hear you from here.
I'm not hearing you either. Not really.
Goodness, go ahead though. Can you hear us?
Yes, you're audible now.
What's going on? I can't hear anything. Harry, what's up?
I think there's a problem with the mic. I can't hear any sound.
All right, it looks like she's having network issues. Looks like she's having network issues. So I'm trying to reach out to her. Just give me 2 to 3 minutes. She'll be on now.
Okay.
All right, so goodness, if you can hear me, please, you have the mic. Go ahead so we can start. All right, just make sure make sure you are live. Tap the mic button. Make sure you are live, right? And then go ahead so we can hear you. All right. Currently, you are muted. So click on that button at the center of your screen. Yeah. I think now go ahead and speak. Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah. Okay, good. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I don't know what's wrong. Or is it only me? Can anyone hear her?
No, sir.
Yeah, I can see her now.
Can anyone hear goodness?
Yeah, I can't hear.
I hear her. Oh.
Goodness, we can't hear you. I don't know what's wrong. We can't hear you, goodness. Can't hear you at all. Hey, it's really bad. Good, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Can't hear. I don't know what's wrong. So we'll just go ahead. We'll go ahead like this. Probably we'll just fix up another time where she can speak, but we don't have to waste time. So let's go to the third agenda on the list. Now, I want to kind of at this point unveil what MTA can do for every student, every accounting student like you are, right? I want to avail everything you stand to gain as a member of MTA. So I was doing a research recently and I found out a lot of stuff I want to share with everyone here. First is all right. So early this year, very early this year, one of us graduated and got a job at an accounting firm in Nigeria here, right? He finished up as a first class student, not from any school here, but just from Michael Opera University. This is like a school member, a school chapter with MTA. This is a school chapter with MTA. So he finished as a first class student, at least I think it was 4.74, and then got a job at what is it called? At a good accounting firm. I don't really, I mean, I can't remember the name. Like this particular guy went through sections with MTA, was part of MTA, and then was, at every point participating. I think he was even the chapter representative last year for my Opera University, right? So this is how we have taken someone from studentship to professionalism, right? He will be coming next 2 weeks to speak and share us how everything is at the labor force, like working experience and what we should expect for students that are coming into into office. Now, secondly, April 2022, sorry, what am I saying? April 2020, something happened at the early stage of MTA Forum, right? We invited a keynote speaker, Mrs. Peace from KPMG. I know most of us here have heard about KPMG sometime, right? KPMG is one of the top 5 accounting firms internationally, not just Nigeria, but internationally. So we invited one of the staffs, and then she was here 2020 to talk about what we should expect to see and how we can, get prominent jobs working in KPMG. Now, she promised that she was able to, she'll be able to share with us some internship on how we can apply and then get good jobs at KPMG. So these are what we do at MTA. We don't just kind of host classes like we see in universities. Our universities already teach us, our lecturers teach us, and then we have lots of, lots of workload from there. But how about we do something different, something like give you what your school can't give you? So this is what MTA just stand to to our members, right? So I'm just looking at illustrations. When I want to go deep into this, we'll hear lots and lots of stuff about what I want to share with you tonight. So third is there is increasing demand for digital skill. I know most of us have not heard about digital skills before, so I want to explain what this means. Now, digital skills is different from certification, right? We are in school, most of us are in school currently, and then after we are done, we would get a degree, right? Either BSc in accounting. I don't know if there's anyone studying a different course from accounting, but then what will get is what BSc in accounting, right? So that is a degree. That is more of a certification, right? So what is a skill? A skill is something that you have inside of you. Like it's something that you can practice anytime you want to practice it, right? Now, the word digital there is coming in into play, that it is something that you can apply or do with a device, be it your phone, a laptop, or cloud-based system, right? I know that you may not understand this, but then I would go straight into what I'm talking about. So there is an increasing demand for digital skill and expertise, right, and also communication. So most of what we are doing is kind of getting theoretical knowledge. Why not we provide knowledge that would equip you ahead of time? I want to share with us an experience, right? You might have heard this before. You might have heard this particular illustration before, that when we are going out to look for a job, we go for interviews, right? The examiner, or the person handling that interview would ask us, how many years experience do you have? For a fresh graduate who just concluded the NYSC and is going to get a good job, what does he or she have to tell that employer? There is virtually nothing you can say, because of you don't have an experience. Or do anyone has 3 years experience here? I doubt if that's possible. So what is MTA doing to fight that kind of notion? To fight that kind of already existing challenge, right? First is that we want to equip us with digital skills. I know that this is quite boring, but hear me, let me explain to us the implication of what I mean by this. So how about we create a system where every accounting student can have access to not just accounting software training, right? Not just software trading, there are other skills that different accounting companies are seriously in need of. Skills like communication skills, skills like data analysis, right? Skills like blockchain technology. All right, I will list them out. According to amaka.com. It sounds funny, but yes, there is a site called amaka.com. You can search about that, amaka.com. Right? According to amaka.com, last December 2021, that's just last year, December, a research was conducted and it found out that about 6 accounting skills are in high demand currently. And it will shock you that financial accounting is not there. It will shock you that what is it called? Cost accounting and other normal journal entries are not there. What do we find here? The first is cloud-based accounting skill. This is already what we know. I know most of us here would have heard about Sage 50 before, would have heard about QuickBooks, would have heard about Peachtree, Excel, right? SPSS, and lots of them, right? These are accounting software, and where skill comes in is that point where we have expertise on how to use them. So skill is like knowledge. Skill is like a practical knowledge gained from experience, which is called expertise, right? So if you know how to operate this accounting software, it means that you are skilled with cloud-based accounting skill. You have the cloud-based accounting skill. So this particular skill has already been in existence. It just grew to higher demand. It grew to high demand in 2022. So this means that if you are an accounting student and you don't have a skill in accounting, cloud-based accounting software, it means that you would be less employable. I know that most of us want to work as an accountant in a big firm, and the rest of them. These big firms have, in fact, they are in high, they place high demand for these particular skills. So if you don't have them, cloud-based software, cloud-based accounting skills are skills that that would require you to know how to operate Sage 50, Peachtree, QuickBooks, and other prominent accounting software, depending on which the company use. Different companies use different ones. Some company will use Sage 50, some company will use QuickBooks, right? Now, the second high demand skill is intelligent accounting automation. This also grew to demand. What I mean by grew to demand is that it was already in existence before, right? But at this point, the digital accounting world is grew to demand, high demand. So you can say that yes, people are currently teaching out ways to look for this skill, and if you have this skill, you are hot kick. So what do we mean by intelligent accounting software? This is intelligent accounting automation. This is a kind of a system whereby you can automate everything that is happening in your company. A company can automate its system, right from payroll to journal entries to daily cash transaction. Automate every process in that company. So this was, the demand for this intelligent accounting automation grew so important during the COVID-19 lockdown. It happened that during the lockdown, every company had to force their employer to go home, right? Everyone had to go home, and then the only remedy was that we work from home. Is that right? Exactly. So we had to work from home. So what of those companies that could not, work with that kind of system? They have to be they obviously can't carry their equipment home and the likes, right? So they have to be in office, but they couldn't be in office, one of the restrictions. So only those that had this intelligent accounting automation worked for them were those that could survive. And even after the pandemic ended, there was still need for this, right? So this is like a system whereby you can be at home and then you can link your system together and then make them work cloud-based. I don't know if you are getting me. I'm trying to show you the exact site I'm getting this stuff from, so that we can see by ourselves and then know what I'm talking about, right? So that's the second high demand skill that is in demand currently, right? That's in demand currently. And if you are an accounting student or an accountant, this is what you should look at getting. It is very, very important. Now, the third one is budgeting, forecasting, and reporting tool. This is very, very important because it talks about how to analyze data, and forecast it to the nearest future. This is very, very, because of things are coming up, new ideas are coming up, new stuffs are coming up. And if you are able to, analyze stuff like this and then present that idea to your company, the company you're working for, that would be a very big boom for you. Let me share my screen and then show you in a well-explained manner what I am talking about tonight, right? So I guess you can see my screen. So we are at the budgeting, forecasting, and reporting tool. So this means that, okay, let me read so that we understand. Now that cloud computing and automation have made keeping the books accurate a lot easier, there is now a greater opportunity to use the data in budgeting, in forecasting, and reporting tools, right? So now that cloud computing, cloud computing means storing data in a well-secured format, right? We have Google Drive. Most of us know Google Drive on our phone. That's an example of cloud, storage. So it's like this with kind of storing data, not just on your computer, and when it crashes, everything gets lost. Storing it with a cloud-based system. Now, since we are working with cloud-based accounting, it means that this data we get from there, we can use it in budgeting, forecasting, and then reporting. They continued right from here. They said currently 26.7% of companies have already implemented these tools, with another 41.1% planning to or currently implementing it. Right? This means that already this is in progress, and as time goes on, there will be high demand, and anyone that don't have this skill is going to lose out. Right?
Everybody go know down well because they ask.
So last is when finance and accounting managers, right? So and the last is when finance and accounting managers, directors, controllers, and CFO means when finance and accounting manager, directors, controllers, we asked about the skill set that they thought needed the most additional training in the next 2 years. The largest portion was 52.3%. Put budgeting, forecasting, and reporting tools. So what this means is that even when top accounting managers, top administrators in the firm, were asked about what kind of skill set should they have, they included forecasting, budgeting, and reporting tools. So you see that this is very, very important. Now, the fourth one here is blockchain technology. Now, this one was not really in existence before in accounting. So we've known blockchain. Blockchain has to do with crypto and other, blockchain coins and the rest of them. But then this stuff was not really linked to accounting. Though we know it is linked to finance and then stock exchange. But then it wasn't really linked to accounting. But then it's kind of grew new, and then accounting has begun to adopt it, right? Accounting has begun to adopt it. So this is that blockchain as a skill is good, and like it's coming up. It's coming up into the field of accounting, and everyone should go for it. Everybody should go for it. Okay, I want to make this section long. So the third one, the fifth one is data analytics and critical thinking. This will work best for case study. So and then the last one is relationship building and communication. So these are the top 6 skills projected that will be in greater high demand for every accounting student, and this is what we want to focus on as accountants. This is what we want to focus on as accountants, right? Let me stop sharing my screen.
So please, the fifth one is what? I can't hear you.
Sorry, we can't hear you. Ah.
We can't hear you.
Sorry to interrupt. We can't hear you. We can't hear you from here.
Hello, we can't hear you.
Sorry, we can't hear you from here.
How the answer can We are not connected to you. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. I'm not connected to you anymore.
We can't hear you, bro. We can't hear you, man.
Mr. Harry, I can't hear you.
Hello, we can't hear you. Does he know?
All right. Sorry, guys. I didn't notice that. Can you hear me now?
Jibu, thank you.
Yes.
Can anybody hear me now? Can you hear me clearly right now?
Yes, we can hear you clearly.
All
Yes,
right.
we can hear you.
Let's All right, so let's continue. I don't really know where the network got into the conversation, but I will just continue from where we got into the objectives of MTA. So I want to go back to the first objective of MTA. Now, the first objective we spoke about is instituting pride in accounting, right? We want to institute pride in accounting. I'm telling you what MTA is aiming to get. Like, this is what we are going for. This is our target, right? We want to institute pride in accounting. So, like I said, this particular objective was nurtured when I got into my school and I saw something different. All right, like I've said, I've always placed accounting to be a very, 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 very notable course, right? So I got into my school and I saw something different, right? I saw something entirely different and I wanted to do more. And that was where I decided to connect with other students from different schools. And here we are today. So this, what we are doing here in accounting, that we are trying to build notable digital accountants. We are trying to build modern accountants that will go forth and then disrupt the system to, I mean, the positive side of it, right? That will go forth and then do lots of stuff that will really help bring up the good name of accounting. Not just that, we want to build up lots of systems that will make accountants money even as a student. So I won't want to go deep into that for now, but let's just continue that. The first objective here is that we want to bring forth pride in accounting. Then the second objective here is basically to close the gap, the knowledge gap of schools with greater exposure alongside schools with lesser exposure. What did I mean by this? What do I mean by this? Like I said, there are stuffs in your school, there are stuffs you were taught in your school, though we know accounting is very centralized. It's a centralized course. What you are taught in your own school is almost the same thing with what like I was taught in my own school. But then there are some differences. There are some stuffs I don't know, probably because of my school is not well exposed as your school, or there are just some stuff you don't get to see in my school that you might get to see in your school. So we want to create a community where even after school we are here to talk and then link up ideas so that we know what we should expect to see, and then we can understand better, right? So I think that was not really clear, so I'll come again. All right. Example, right in my school, we don't really have lots of ICANN based tutorials, right? We don't have lots of ICANN based tutorials, and this happened because of most students don't patronize that. Most students don't like that. Other than schools like OAU, where we have, I mean, everywhere, even up to the third year in school, people are already like going for what's it called? Accounting technician scheme, right? But in other schools, people don't even look at that. I mean, students don't look at that. So in communities like this, in accounting, we are yet to bridge that gap in knowledge, and that gap in experience. That's the second objective. The third objective is that we want to lead the journey of the digital skill business, right? What do I mean by this? I mean, this is, like I've explained before, this is an era where accounting is going to focus on digital skills, going to focus on accounting skills. So we want to create a marketplace where accounting digital skills can be given out or can be sold for members. I mean, for students that needs it, and then even members get to make money from it as well. I would talk more about this later on in this section, so you understand what we are talking about. So before here, I mean, on this point, we are saying that we want to lead the market of the digital skill industry in accounting. We know that there are digital, in fact, there are lots of digital skills everywhere. We have lots and lots of digital skills, but then there are few of them in accounting. And even if there are lots of them in accounting, but we hardly have a kind of a marketplace where we can have access to it specifically. So this is what MTA want to do. We want to build a huge marketplace for the distribution of accounting digital skills, and this is going to be massive because of, like, we won't just do that alone. We would create a system where it can flow streamlessly. So that's the second. That's the third objective. Now the fourth one is to institute communalism in accounting. There's a reason why we are coming together as a community under this space. All right, we want to get to know ourselves so that even when we get good jobs, we can know how to fit in our members, those offices. It is still by merit. But imagine imagine a situation where I, by God's grace, get a good job in a good accounting firm. I can link up lots of accounting students here in this forum to come join us there, because of I know that we have passed through the journey together. We've learned a lot of stuff. I know, okay, you can help at this place. All right, so this is kind of cooperation, not competition. So this will help us reduce competition than having to fight over stuff. So this way we can easily connect with each other, know each other, and then build rapport. Right? So that's the fourth objective. So now let's look at the last one. This is what everyone should look out for. This is the last objective I want us to talk about. This is to grow youth entrepreneurship. I know that lots of students are always complaining about money. Like, this is one of the stuff lots of students complain about. Money. I don't have money to do this, I don't have money to that. That is fine, because we are all depending on our parents at this point. But I want MTA would focus on equipping accounting students with the right knowledge about finance and how to build businesses, mostly online. All right, would bring in coaches, would host business class for free, where we can teach students like us how to build their finance online. And then this is going to be crazy, because of you would get to see lots of results. I'm telling you this myself. So this is the kind of objective we are trying to achieve within 3 to 5 years. All right, so having said this, let's go into what we have next, which is basically the build up of it all. After the build up, we'll take questions and then we are done with the orientation. Right? We are done with it. Thank God I'm recording this section. All right. So like I said, let's also do the build up. Here I'll be breaking down all what MTA comprises of. So under MTA group, we can see that there is a logo for MTA group. So MTA group is the business itself, and under MTA group we have lots and lots of not really lots and lots of, I mean just about few of them though. We have companies under MTA group. These are what we are trying to achieve. So under MTA group we have MTA Forum. So MTA Forum is a social enterprise here. MTA group is a brand on itself. MTA is a brand on itself. Under MTA group we have MTA Forum, which is here, which is the student forum, where we take students through the journey of being a student to being a professional. So this is what we do in MTA. So MTA is a social enterprise that does everything I've listed as the objective here. And now, still under MTA group, still under MTA group, we have MTA Digital Hub, MTA Digital Hub, MTA Digital Hub. I want us to hear me. So MTA Digital Hub is a marketplace. MTA Digital Hub is a marketplace. What do I mean by this? MTA Digital Hub is that particular accounting digital marketplace for the sale of accounting skills. Now, how do we make this happen? With MTA Forum, we are building a strong list. We are building a strong list, a very strong list of accounting students who would also get to graduate and become accounting graduate and then get to work like we have seen, right? So we are building a strong, nothing less than, okay, by this year, we are projecting that we reach about 5,000 members. Currently, we are less than 1,000. Okay, 1,000 currently. But we are projecting that we reached about 5,000 members by the end of this year, which is very possible with the idea I'm cooking up currently. We are cooking up a very, very big idea that will skyrocket our membership to more than, up to at least, that's the target, 5,000 accounting students. And then before the end of 2025, we should touch Africa and then the world by God's grace, right? So, what we are projecting is Africa. So if the world comes in, that's great, right? That's all right. So, like I was saying, we are building the list. Now, the list is like a list of members. The list here is MTA Forum, where we are transforming lives of members, right? Members into professional accountants by the sections and free work. What's it called? By the sections and then free workplace we bring up an MTA. Like we said, okay, I've not really talked about what event will be hosting. What events you should look out for. I will talk about this after this particular build up. So, like I was saying, we are building a list with MTA Forum, which is students that are growing to become graduates, right? So, with this list, we can build up a crazy community that can help skyrocket the skills of accounting softwares and accounting skills. So what do? We get experts. How do we do that? We kind of link. Okay, the name MTA Forum is a very, very strategic name. Right? I will tell you this because of when we created an account on LinkedIn with the name MTA Forum, I decided to connect with some people, some accounting experts with good profiles. I connected with them, and in less than few months, we got up to 500 connections in LinkedIn. I know most of us know what LinkedIn is. LinkedIn is a professional social app like WhatsApp, but then it's for people that want to get job and recruitment, right? So that name Meet the Accountants played a major role to making that happen. It's played a very, very major role to making that happen, right? Because of when an accountant sees Meet the Accountants Forum, it clearly shows that, okay, we are here to connect accounting students together. So that name is very, very It's very, very strategic, and that name would really help us achieve what we want to achieve. So still talking about this MTA Digital Hub, which is under MTA Group, we are speaking about a marketplace where experts from various places, experts in these accounting skills I've talked about, in accounting software, Sage 50, in communication skills, in data analysis, in forecasting, all these experts from wherever they are produce a product. Now, this product is like a course, is a training where they would appear. Mostly is a digital product, a digital training. I don't know if you have heard about digital training before. So this is something that has been happening. I've been making myself. I have made lots of money. I don't mean to brag, but I'm trying to tell us how it happened. I've made lots of money selling digital products, and people are buying it. Look, people are buying this product. It is because of the need that problem. And so when you package this problem, this solution, you don't package problem, just name. When you package this solution into a course, into a training, into a boot camp, anything, you can sell crazy with it. You can sell like crazy with it. You can sell like crazy with it, right? So we will meet experts. We will connect with experts. In fact, they'll be happy to take that offer because we want to help them make money, right? We would make them list their accounting knowledge, accounting expertise, probably in forecasting, in budgeting, in communication, in auditing, in tax, in accounting software, lots of them, right? We get them to a what's it called, a digital product. I feel we don't really understand what we mean by digital product, so let me explain better. I don't know if you can hear me. Am I still hearing complaint about you can't hear me? Can we hear me?
Hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Better. Because I just went through the chat now. I was hearing you can't hear me. All right. So let's continue from where we stop. So let me explain what we mean by digital products again, so we understand. Right? Digital products is a solution to a particular problem. So if you want to learn how to use Sage 50, that is a problem because you don't know how to use that, right? And then you need it for probably to get a job or to be employable. So if you see any training, if you are really intentional about getting that solution and you see a training, probably a video course, and mind you, video courses are very, very efficient to helping you understand that particular expert, which is the skill, right? It's very. I know that most people prefer physical trainings. If we say, okay, take a digital training to a physical training, they will prefer to spend transport to go to wherever they are going to go take a training, or wherever they are going to go learn something, than to just stay on your phone in your convenience and have it stored on your phone. Anytime you want to get through it, you get through it there on your phone. So far you have the login, and then learn what you want to learn in your convenience. So this is a kind of a course, not just any school course, but a course produced into module, step by step, where the expert appears either on the phone or wherever you are using to watch it, appears there, and then this breaks down the process of setting up a business using Sage, or setting up a business using any accounting software, or kind of provide a solution to something. I think I still need to talk about this so we understand. So this is the prominent part. If you can't get this part, then we'll miss out on a lot of stuff. So let me come again. Digital products are products that solve different problems. There are lots of digital products we know, but there are lots. We want to focus on accounting. So let's say we want to learn how to filing tax, right? We can learn it by an expert, like a tax expert, come in, do a video, analyze those video into modules, combine them into a course, and give it for use. Now, anybody that goes to that video and then study the video can know how to file tax with just his phone or the laptop from the convenience. this is a digital course. Don't just see it as a video, right? Don't just see it as a video, because of this stuff can change your life. And then you get the chance to watch it over and over and over and over and over and again. Not like a training where you can not just go back to it because of it's a fixed training, right? So this is more advantageous than a physical training. So these are courses that people can use. These are courses that people need, like you, yourself, me, myself, and other people. So we, like I said, we will get experts come in from LinkedIn. We will build a software. It's not something big. I don't want us to see it as something so big, but it has been done. I know people that are doing it, and then it's very, very possible. We'll build a software, we'll build a site, we'll get a domain name, build a site, and then get these people to list their product, which prices there, and then we now bring up online entrepreneurs. How do we do that? We bring up online entrepreneurs, which is students like us. This is the idea where I said students can make money for themselves. So we bring up online entrepreneurs and get them to sell these courses. Now you might think, me that haven't sold anything online, can I sell stuff like this to people to buy them? I mean, this is a very, very hard task to do, but anyone who knows how to sell, basically online, can do this, and then you can make lots of money for yourself. So I would teach you how to sell for free. For every member here, I will teach you how to sell for free. Like I said, I've been selling online, and I've done more than $1 million online. And then I can teach all of us here for free. And this will be on the business class. I mean, these are what we'll be learning in MTA as sections for free. And then I won't want to go into that yet after I finish this section. Right? So, talking about what we are talking about here, I am basically saying that I will teach you how to sell online, and then get this expert to display their courses, their product there. We are not experts yet. Until we have the expertise on this accounting software courses, we can, do our own product ourselves and then sell. But since we are not able to, since we don't have any accounting knowledge or expertise yet, we would get experts, notable experts, not just any expert, people that have proven results, people that are well placed in their different field of study, be it tax, anywhere they are operating from. And then we take few of them, then make them list their products here on MTA Digital Hub, a hub that connects the digital product together. That's where they came from. And then we as students sell, and we can make money. Per sale, we can be getting up to 5K, 10K per sale. And if we can sell up to 10 every week, we get paid as affiliate. So this is called affiliate marketing. I won't want to dive into it, but this system where we sell other people, like other people product, other expert product, is called affiliate marketing. And these are what we'll be leveraging on in tonight's, in MTA section. Right? So like I said, MTA Group is a group of companies, a brand under which MTA Forum, the forum which you are here, is among. And secondly, MTA Digital, which is the marketplace that distributes accounting digital skills. And then third is MTA Solutions Department. I know most of us, already existing members might have heard about MTA Solutions Department. Now, MTA Solutions Department is a department that solves accounting problems, e.g., your normal course, assignment, project work, assistance with project work, past questions. I know that most of us already have lots of accounting tutorials. We can partner with them. We're not here to take anybody off competition. We can partner with them and make it national. And we can make lots of money from this. Make lots of money from this, and then expand and take MTA to where it wants to be. Right? So this is a journey we all are coming together in as members or as team member. Anyone you are, even if you are a general member, this is what we are getting into. Lots and lots of stuffs in MTA, right? So MTA Solutions Department is a department under MTA Group where we solve accounting problems by a team of accounting scholars. So this is the third division of MTA Group, right? Now the fourth one is something very, very funny. This is in the kind of the thinking stage. We want to reach out to different schools and build hostels for us. Yeah, we want to reach out to all of us and our different schools and build hostels for us. See, this is the plan of real estate. We want to go make lots of money, build hostels, and make it lesser than whatever we are paying in our school. And this is very, very achievable. So these are what we are building with MTA Group as a brand itself. So like I will recap again, MTA Group is broken down into MTA Forum, it's broken down into MTA Digital Hub, which is very, very spicy. And then with the trend we are moving on, MTA and also MTA Solutions, right? And lastly, MTA. I won't call it MTA Properties yet, but I will prepare a better name with my team. I would run through a better name and then make it what we have, right? I would really love lots of us, our previous members to share light on this, but it seems we are not getting what we have. All right, so probably in our next meeting we can get them to say something, right? So I think at this point I have divided everything into your ears and then make us understand what we are doing. So lastly, I want to tell you what you should expect from MT. I've just told you what we want to do, but I've not told you what you should expect to see, what you should get to see, right? As events, as sections, as programs. And after this particular part, I will now take questions, right? We can now ask questions on how you see this idea and how you want to probably add more ideas to it, and then we would accept because we want more ideas on this, right? So let's take up what you should expect to see as members of MTA Forum if you want to join us for free. It's not paying anything, it's for all free, right? The kinds of sessions MTA Forum should profile. First is the accounting term of the day discussion. Now, this is a discussion we'll fix a proper name when we are producing the flyer with our graphics designer, who is here currently with us. I'm happy to see him. And this is a section where MTA publishes an accounting term of the day. We will do this every Monday and Wednesday. That means every Monday and Wednesday you should expect to see an accounting term of the day published on MTA TV, published on MTA social handles as well. Right, so we'll do the publish at as early as 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Then by evening 9 p.m. we all are expected to come down to Twitter space. Now there's a new innovation on Twitter where we can organize a Twitter space, and then like we are discussing here, we can get people to discuss on Twitter, share ideas, and then bring up speakers. So whenever let's say we publish a particular accounting term. Okay, let's say we do okay, the last one we did was benchmarking. The recent one that will coming up is I've forgotten the name. Let me see if I can get to it. Okay, the recent one should be okay. All right, so let's just leave it. Benchmarking was the last one we had as our accounting term of the day, right? So right, so that was the last accounting term of the day. So as we published it, we expect to come over on Twitter and talk about benchmarking. What is benchmarking, right? Where is it applied, right? Stuff like that, right? This is where we as accountants come together as members and then share ideas. Within that particular accounting term of the day, and this won't last more than 30 minutes or 1 hour, and we close the Twitter space. This particular stuff would only happen on Twitter space. After this section, we close the Twitter space, right? We close down Twitter space. And that's for the first event you should look up to as an accounting member. As a member of MTA here. Now the second event you should look out to is the business class with Coach Harry and friends. So this is like I've said before, this is a very notable particular section you should look out for. In this section, I will be teaching you how to make money online legitimately. Right? Not fraud, not Ponzi, not anything like that. I will teach you how to make money with your smartphone, selling online, or either blockchain, which is crypto. Right? I'm not a jack of all trades, but I have friends. I can recommend people that will bring this section that will teach you this for free. But note, sometimes you might want to enter into a master class because of some informations are not for free. That's the truth, right? Some informations are not for free. Sometimes you might want to enter into a master class where you learn it properly. But then most of it will be for free, and then those ones that will be that would need to do something probably to pay would come on a very good discount, right? So that's the second section you should be looking out for. Now, third is Friday accounting trivia. This is a particular short trivia where we get to ask questions, a particular question on Friday, and then pick a winner, and this winner takes the prize. It could be airtime, it could be catch, right? So we'll be doing this every Friday evening. So this is called accounting trivia with MTA. Now the fourth section should be Friday accountants night hunt. Right, this is an event that was even happening as of last year. Last year before we went on a break, this event was on. This is an event where members gather here on Telegram, or we'll probably fix a better. Okay, I think it will be on Telegram. Gather here on Telegram and talk about experiences, what they see in their school, issues they face in their school, lecturers, exhibition, and lots of more. So you can relate ideas, know what is going on in your school, and then you can share experience together. So it's like a storytelling. You tell me story, I tell my story. So this is what we get to see, and every member will participate in this event. So to be mind blowing, this is the particular event that would really build communalism between members. That will build rapport, that will build relationship, and then we get to make lots of friends from this network, right? So this is also what you should get to see from MTA. Now the fifth one is very interesting. We'll be inviting. Remember that first class graduate I spoke about, who was a member of MTA before he left and then became a working class now. Remember, Smart. His name is Smart Mbachi from Michael Opera University, right? He will be coming next week. We just entered a new week this Sunday. Next week he'll be coming. I've already reached out to him. He'll be coming to host us on the webinar, talking about what we should expect in the labor force. Right? He will be coming to host on the webinar next week, and we'll fix the date, and then we'll call this webinar open for everyone, all for free, right? And the next section you should expect is there are lots of them. The next section you should expect is accounting seminar. Like I talked about, we hosted. Okay, the last accounting seminar we hosted was with Miss Peace of KPMG. Like I said, KPMG is one of the accounting top 5 firms in the world, not Nigeria, in the world. So we'll be inviting Miss Peace and other notable speakers again. So we'll be having a chance to also meet Miss Peace from KPMG and lots of people also, right? So we'll be inviting accounting experts from different notable industries to come and speak to us and then talk to us as members. This is called accounting seminar, right? Now, 7 is case study. We'll be taking a particular case in accounting, and then studying it together. 8 is LinkedIn optimization class. Now, if you're an accounting student, you should be optimizing or leveraging on the platform called LinkedIn. This platform will make you get jobs and make you do a lot of stuff. You've got internships for free as a student. So we'll be teaching you how to build and present your LinkedIn profile as an accountant and optimize it for productivity. I'll be teaching you this, not myself as well, but with other people as well. So I'll invite more my business friends to come take you on this, right? Now, another session you should expect to see is birthday celebrations. Every member would be celebrated on his or her birthday. Would prepare a flyer that would track out every member's date of birth, and then when it's your birthday, we would surely celebrate because of you are one of us. Now, another section you should get to see, not really a section, but an activity, is personality of the week. So every week we produce a personality, male and female, and publish them as a face of MTA for that week because of you have been participating and then you've been all around for our activities. This is one way. This is one of the ways we can encourage you to do more for us, right? And now 11. This is a very, very prominent of something, and this would really help us make the best use of MTA. This is MTA adopting a membership called Stellar. So what is Stellar? Sorry, what is Stellar? Stellar is a digital marketing tool. Stellar is a digital marketing tool. Oh, great. Where is this next tomorrow? That's great. We'll get your details and then celebrate you with a flyer, and then lots more be done. Right. So Stellar is a digital marketing tool where any value means and how do I put this now? Value means anything that's worth a lot, anything that's worth more than money. So we can host sections like this, put out the recording on Stellar. Okay, I think we should explain this with a screen. So let me share my screen and then show you what I mean by Stellar. Sorry, Stellar, that's the name. It's spelled SELER, Stellar, not Stellar. Remind me. All right, so in a bit, I'll share my screen now before we end the session by 10. I hope we are all enjoying this section. And for those that missed it, it is recorded, so we can also get it whenever we want to. All right, so let's see now. I've started sharing my screen. So I hope you can see my screen now, right? So right ahead. Now, this is right. This is Stellar. This is Stellar. Stellar.co is a digital marketing tool where communities can go and list their values. Like I said, value is content. Value is anything that can improve your life. Value is anything that can improve your career. Value is this section. This section is giving information. Value is all the sessions I plan to, MTA plan to dish out for everyone. That's value. Value is anything worth more than gold. So value is something that you want to see. So to account for value is MTA. So account for value is MTA. So we'll be listing out this section. This is like where every member can have access to a members area. You can see here, members area. Every member can have access to a members area. And this members area would and then list out. I guess we can all see me. Oh, sorry, hear me. So in this members area, we list out sections. We list out free masterclasses. So with this, we can get access to everything MTA wants to give you. You just click on it, and then it directs you to the recorded video or anything you want to do, and then you have access to everything here. So MTA will be using this particular digital marketing tool to dish out value to our members like you. So what you expect to see are recordings to events in case you miss them. Also values, courses linked to MTA National, so MTA General Forum, which is here on Telegram, MTA e-library, which I would dive into next after this particular event. Sorry, after this particular list out. So all what MTA wants to give our members, we'll list them all here, so that with this particular members area, you can get access to everything you want to get, and then it even records your progress. You can see a 0%, but then if you've gone far, it should increase about depending on how active you use it, right? So yeah, that's what we are talking about tonight. So